1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost the weekend and you don't know what to do. Or you just need something fun to listen to. Southside Pod! Yes, we're on the air. And with gangs all here, all things on the South Side. Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod.
Lower that real quick.
So
What's up?
what's going on? Are we recording already?
I'm out. It's over. Everybody quits. Wow.
What's on the list?
That's bad. That's really bad.
I didn't know we were on already.
Well, what's going on?
Bill was sending me show notes today.
Nice.
No, I wasn't.
No, but I was okay with it. Like I get it. So Bill was like, we need to talk
So
more.
we got another person giving us show notes.
I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. Bill was worried that we don't talk enough Southside on the show recently.
I mean, it's the name of the show.
I get
Yeah.
that. I completely understand that. One of the reasons why I haven't been doing it though is because it like takes up more time. Like, you know how I used to go out and go to all these different locations
Yeah.
and do the little restaurant reviews, and then it became a thing where like small businesses wanted to tell me their stories, and it went from something that I would go and do from time to time to something that I would go and do, and then the person would give me a bill for eating their food and promoting their restaurant. Now, not everybody did this. Some people get it. Some people are like, hey, hold on a second. Thousands and thousands of people are going to see this. I'm going to get business off it. Maybe I should give the guy the slice of pizza in the house.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I never asked because I was trying not to be
Yeah, you don't
rude.
want to be that guy.
And I started to find that some places, like I'd walk in and they'd be like, so how's this work? And I'm like, well, like I told you in the email or when you reached out to me, I'd be like, pick like a food item or like a drink or something like that. And we'll have it in front of us while we talk. Like a great example of this, the EP podcast does a thing where the library from Evergreen Park sits down at Spoken Vine Wine Bar and Bottle Shop, who you've heard about on the show before, okay? And they'll sit down and talk about all the different library events, but Spoken Vine will put wine on the table or a food item on the table, and we'll taste it and we'll ask them about it. And it's a lot of promotion for their business.
Yeah.
They don't give me a bill for the sangria they put on the table. Like, they don't do that. And a lot of people weren't doing it at first, and then it was as if people started saying, hey, I just got to get on the Southside Pod, and I would show up and be like, what are we doing? And I'm sitting in a full restaurant doing an interview with just a microphone at a table with nothing on it. Or I'm like, this looks stupid, and I would order something, and then nobody said like, hey, I'll get that for you. And it's like, I got to the point where I was like doing it all the time, and I said, this is a lot of time. I get in the car, bring all the equipment, I set it all up, I record a thing. It's a 15-minute segment on the show, and it's costing me more money than what I'm making off of the show.
Maybe they want you to realize the value of what you're eating. Like,
Plus
you
they
wouldn't
would
know the price if you didn't have to pay for it.
Right.
You couldn't comment
Oh,
on
that's
it.
it. They want me to understand it better. I felt like I was being,
You should try our most expensive menu options today. Is what
Right.
you should try.
you should have the steak and the lobster.
Right.
Should I? Yeah. And then this beautiful 1952, wine from
Yes.
this vineyard
Yeah.
or whatever, and it doesn't even exist anymore.
But the French onion soup is on us.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I comped you 10% employee discount on your $400 bill. Can you make sure to send me a link to the show when you air it
As
so
they
I can
turn
put it on my
the iPad and ask
right.
you how much you want to tip.
I mean, can you put a link on the of the show? Can you send it to me so I can use it to promote all your hard work that you did for free? Actually, you didn't do it for free. It cost you $200 to do it. There was a point where it was like, I didn't mind when I was with Erica still, because this was an excuse to have a date night.
Sure.
And I would take her with me. Like, I could knock out the date night and get some work done. Right?
Makes sense.
Especially
Double
at the
dipping.
end when the marriage sucked. I was like, I have to find a motivation to go out with her. So this is what I was doing. So like now I'm like, I don't know. So I like people coming into the studio.
Erica doesn't want to go with you anymore.
No,
huh?
I don't want her to come with me either. I like people in the studio. Father Tom Hurley on this episode from
Yes,
Marist.
Father
Summer
Tom.
Fest is coming up. Father Tom's been on the show 3 times. First time on camera here.
All right.
boy.
But you know what they did? They're comping me 2 tickets.
Nice.
And that's how you do
Who you
business.
taking?
I don't
Your
know.
Mike?
I got nobody. Okay, I got to
Probably
take one
be
of you two.
You love
I'll
to go
probably
to
be
these
giving you
things.
the ticket
I
because
do?
I'll get
Yeah,
busy.
you love to go to
What
like
if I
the
love to go
fests.
anywhere?
You like the Southside festivals and
I do.
Which one of you
church
likes
things
Bodine's
and-
the most? They're the headliner.
Wow.
They're the headliner.
Oof. It's all you, Mike.
It's Steep fall from
I
grace.
can't
for
even
the
think. I was
Bodines.
trying to think of the Bodine song. I can't even-
Everybody wants
Oh,
to be
nice.
closer to free.
What do they just play
Stay
that
the
10
night.
times?
If I can hold you
Yeah, there's
tonight.
another one. I'll
I
never
never
let
let
go
go.
if I
Yeah,
could
it is.
hold you tonight.
Wow.
Then they got a third one.
They have a third one.
They do,
A third
oh.
song.
Oh, like
Do they sing the French theme
Wanted
song?
love is all that I
There it is.
feel.
It sounds like the Indigo
It's
Girls.
there in your eyes, and
No,
I say no, no, no. Don't pass
Okay,
me
that's
over.
enough.
No, no,
And you're going
no.
to see these guys.
Don't pass me by. See, I can see.
Okay.
Good things for you and I.
See, all Mike has to do is start it, and then I'll remember
think
that.
it's- I think
That's
I'm going
three
with him.
Bodine songs we were able to rip off
Amazing.
right away.
There we go.
Amazing.
3 of them.
Wow.
3. That's solid.
This portion of Southside Pod brought to you by Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor. He's local, experienced, down to earth, and a friend of this show. He actually helps me with my money, and he takes care of bills as well. Get to know you approach and a do the right thing attitude. That's what you're going to get from Tom. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? You give him a call, 773-779-0023. Call somebody who is invested in your success and has been doing this for over 2 decades. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. Just starting out, getting to the end, somewhere in the middle. Stop in and see him on the corner of 111th and Kedzie. Tom Walsh, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Returning to the 9-foot homemade oak bar, a good friend of ours now who has been here, I think every year you've had the Marist Summer Festival. Father Tom Hurley, how are you?
Year 3 and counting.
I know. We're like the originals here. You got a good lineup this year.
Great lineup. We're really excited about this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, first of all, I'm a Bodine's fan. I loved them when they were at their height in the 90s. I love the fact they're still out there touring. I love the fact they're headlining your show. It's the reason why I'm going. I cannot wait to see the Bodines on stage. How do you get the Bodines?
That's great to hear. I'm glad you're coming. You know what? When I was down at Old St. Pat's, there was a great guy, Fred Brennan, who kind of was like our stage manager, whatever. So, I mean, he deals with a lot of these bands. So I sat him down last year. I said, hey, we need to go to the next level. And he threw out a couple of ideas, and he mentioned the Bodines. And again, like you, being a kid in the 90s, 80s and 90s, I should say, I said, yeah, let's try the Bodines. So he was able to do it, and we, they were open.
This is really cool. So tell everybody who may not remember the purpose of the Summerfest. Like, why does Marist do this? It's a 21 and over thing. It's basically you're throwing like a mini Lollapalooza. You got 3 bands. All right, you got Lou Malnati's there. I want to say there's alcohol at this, right? Like that's why it's 21 over,
There's
right?
a rumor. There's a
rumor
rumor
that there's a lot of drinking here. So like this is a festival at Marist. So is this for the school? Is this for charity? Is this for because you like to party, Father? Like what is it?
All the above. D, all the above. Yeah, you know what? I mean, again, like all Catholic schools, Catholic institutions, right? We've got to continue to appeal to people's generosity, and we got to do fundraising. And just like all the schools around here, grammar school and high school, you have to come up with creative ways that we're going to keep these doors open and keep these missions strong. And we've got great high schools around here. And I know everybody around here, Macaulay, Rice, Marist, everybody does something different, St. Rita. And this was just an idea I had 3 years ago, and being there full time and being an alum, I thought let's try it. And so again, it's a summertime activity, and bring some people together, have a little music, have a couple of libations, and meet some good people.
I have a nephew over at Marist.
Oh, great!
And same age as my son. He's a 2-sport athlete, and I'd give you $1,000 if you could guess the 2 sports because nobody ever gets them. I can't believe one of them is a sport that's offered. It's amazing. So he's
bowling?
Golf team, which is a sport, I guess.
yeah.
Right? Okay. Although
Yeah.
I never treat it like a sport. I go out in those scrambles, and most of it's like just waiting for the drink cart and hoping you get one good shot. But he's good at it, right?
I treat it as penance.
And he's a fisher.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they have a fishing team.
The bass fishing team. Yes,
Which
absolutely.
is crazy to me. Like I'll talk to my sister and be like, oh yeah, he's in a competition. I'm like, for what? For fishing.
I know.
Another thing where I just sit around with a cooler, like he has found a way to take my drinking activities and turn them into sports, this kid. Marist is doing a good job with like showing him the athletic side of my drinking activities, fishing and golf.
Well, we're trying. We're trying to form them young,
All right, so it's Bodine's, the Push Stars, Soul to the Bone. I cannot remember their song, but I know who they are.
Soul to the Bone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were with us the first year and kind of Motown group. They're fun. They're really fun. They're backed by popular demand. People loved them our first year, and they were asking about them last year. So we was like, let's get them back here. So we did. And then the Push Stars was a recommendation from the Bodines themselves.
Oh, the Bodines were like, we play with the Push Stars. Is that what that was?
Kind of, sort of.
I mean, I used to be in radio. I know how sometimes that works with booking a show. Like, yeah, we're coming, and we're bringing our own opening act. I've seen that before.
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
you know the drill.
Listen. If they want them there, they must be good because they don't want a bad opening act.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like if you're a professional band that's been around for decades, you want somebody that gets the crowd going. That's why you bring your own opening act.
Correct. And they know what they're going to play and what they're going to sing, as opposed to if we had done it, you bring in some band that's going to do Bodine's covers. Then that's going to
That would be a problem.
That would be a problem.
We're going to play the same song you just heard, but we're the original. Hopefully we do it better than that guy. Kicks off at 4 p.m., goes until 10 p.m., and it is on the 20th of July. All three bands. Lou Malnati's is out there. Of course, the drinks. And advanced admission is $35. General admission is $40 at the door. Then you have VIP admission. Explain this one to me. $150. What am I getting for 150 bones?
All you can eat, all you can drink. And in a kind of a more private section, if you will. It's been very popular these past couple years. So we only have a few more tickets left. I think we're limiting it to 300. So we have just a few more spots left in there. But
I get all I can drink for 6 hours. Is that how I'm reading that? From 4 to 10 p.m.?
Correct.
All right.
Well, we want you to be responsible.
I understand that, but like you tell me, here's the amount of money you spent to get in, and I go, okay, and then you say all you could drink, and I go, I have to drink $150 in beer now to make this worth my while. Like I see it as a challenge when that happens. Like,
well, it's the food too.
yeah, but I'll sit there and say, let's make the food free and the concert free. If I could just get myself $150, I may have an issue. Okay, but I'm sure there's somebody right now who's planning that out in their head.
Divided by $8.
Oh yeah. Okay. Normally, what's a beer out there?
$8.
$8.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man, I got to do a lot of drinking to get my $150.
Yeah.
All right, and only a couple tickets left though for the VIP admission. You can go to marist.net. And before I let you go, what are you doing at this festival? Like, I mean, you're a man of the cloth. You're a priest, but you like music. Obviously, you like parties. What are you? Are you up front? Are you on the rail? Are you rocking out at the front with the band? Are you introducing them? Are you in the VIP area?
I'm in the pit.
Are you
at the front?
Yeah. Are you in the pit?
I'm going nuts.
Right. Are you in the pit or are you in the VIP area trying to down as many brewskis as you possibly can?
I am not. I try to act responsibly in front of everybody. No, you know what? I mean, it's a community event. I think it's really important that when the community comes together, that we're out there thanking people and just walking around and shaking some hands and doing all that kind of good stuff. And then I'm kind of the one hosting it, so I go up on stage and thank people and introduce the bands.
What are you wearing at that event? Like I've hosted concerts before. I've come out in a tux. I've come on out in my jeans and a ripped t-shirt. I mean, it just depends on like what the crowd is.
Yeah.
Are you in full priestly garb when you're walking around?
No, because I don't want, after you've had your $150 worth of beers, I don't want you coming up asking me to go to confession or anything like that.
That happens. So, I know that does. The local priest over here at Redeemer has told me that before, that if he stays too late at the event,
oh yeah,
he'll either get somebody who comes up and suddenly wants to confess all their sins in the middle of a parking lot after too many drinks,
correct,
or they want to start talking about the things they find wrong with the church.
Correct. Oh yeah.
You know what I think they should change in Rome?
Oh yeah, you put on that outfit, you're a target, especially at 10 o'clock at night.
You want to blend. You want to be blending at the end of this thing.
Yeah. No, I got the old baseball hat going and some shorts.
The third annual Southside Summer Festival put on by Marist. Once again, Bodine's, Push Stars, Souls to the Bone on the 20th of July. And Father Tom Hurley has been here for 3 years promoting this event. 3 years of just great times. They wouldn't be doing it again. It wouldn't be getting bigger if it wasn't big the year before. I suggest you go check out everything at marist.net. And thanks so much, Father.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much. It's always fun to be with you.
It's good to have you back in the basement. Acoustic mic. Some people might not think it, but we do really like you. You come up with some good guitar riffs, and sometimes I get really, really miffed. But at the end of the day, we like you, Acoustic Mike. We'd like you to learn a few more chords. We'd like our listeners to our songs to be less bored, but we'll take what we'll get because we have no choice. But we do like Acoustic Mike. We really, really, really like Acoustic Mike.
Ready for the bridge?
Sure. Now, I didn't say this before, but you're the only one who walked through the door. We would have sacked anyone with a guitar, from near or far, but you're here and that's who you are. Acoustic Mike, we really kinda have to like you, Acoustic Mike. We really, really like Acoustic Mike. Acoustic Me. Acoustic Me? I like how you ended that one, Mike. One funny point for Mike. It's the only one he's ever had. Gotta give it to him.
This weekend in Tinley Park, 8060 186th Street, Hailstorm Brewing Company, one of my favorites, bringing back the Flurry Artisan Market. It is happening at 11 a.m., going until 5 p.m. at Hailstorm, one of the best breweries on the South Side. Have an incredible scratch-made kitchen, and Will Turner kills it over there as a brewer. Definitely check that out. All kinds of artisans and artists and cool stuff. Plus, you get to drink some beer, eat some food. I guarantee there'll be music there. They always put on a show. It's like a traditional German beer garden located in Tinley amongst like industrial area. It's a hidden gem. Like, one of the funny things about Hailstorm is they're not allowed to have a sign out on the road. So you have to look for it. But if you find it, you have found something special. 8060 186th Street. Remember, that is happening July the 14th, kicking off at 11 a.m. And then the Streets Arts Alliance wants you to know about their next big artisan market at Imperial Oak Brewing in Brookfield, July the 21st. 24 artists, indoors, outdoors, craft beer, live music, all kinds of eats, and lots of fun. I'm looking at the list here that they're going to have this at. Again, 9526 Ogden Avenue in Brookfield, kicking off at noon, going until 5 p.m. They've got magic at this show along with beer. Magic is better with beer. It's more believable with beer. And then they've got all kinds of woodworkers and design shops. And there's a soap company called the Dive Bar Soap Company. You know, I've never thought of dive bars as smelling well, but this soap company is called the Dive Bar Soap Company. And I have tripped over soap companies so many times, I may need a bar of soap in my mouth. Anyway, get out there. It's in Brookfield. It's on the 21st. Imperial Oak Brewing. And Southside Pod may show up as well. I'm going to add guests. Like, I have a lot of guests. I can go through them right now, but I have a country singer coming to the South Side.
Really?
Listener. She's got like a music video they sent me a link to.
Okay.
She's not from here. listener loves the
from
show,
around here.
asked me to talk to her.
How'd she find out about it?
Because the listener listens to Southside Pod and was like, you should have her on. The problem is, I'm all for having her on. And I'm not even looking for free tickets. Like, that's completely different from what I was talking about.
Sure.
But she's going to have to do it by video because she's just coming in for the weekend and performing and leaving. She's a bigger artist. She's not here in Chicago.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, well, that'd be cool. But I kind of dig people sitting at the bar.
Yeah,
so, like, I
yeah.
haven't committed to it yet. Because, like, I really like the aesthetic of people sitting here. If I was in a place interviewing somebody at their bar or in their restaurant, I would like the aesthetic of it. I hate the stupid split screen thing on podcasts where
I hate it
somebody's.
too.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's dumb, right? I mean, if it was like Dave Matthews, I'd be like, all right, we'll take
There's
it.
like
Yeah.
hosts that are like at opposite ends of the country and they just record a podcast.
is
That's
weird.
weird, too.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
I think that's weird. I really,
At opposite ends
it's
of
something
the
I
bar.
don't like doing. Like when we do Socks in the Basement, I won't do video with Ed if Ed can't make it down here to the bar. I just won't do it. And everybody's like, oh, you should split screen. I'm like, no, it looks stupid.
It does look
Like,
stupid.
the cool thing is that we're all sitting here and we're doing the show. And you
He
can
should
see,
build a replica of the bar in his basement.
There you go.
and you can see my weird face because I shaved my face this past weekend as part of a murder mystery.
I'm sorry.
Murder
what?
mystery.
My mother got
Oh my god.
gifted
This is going to be great.
a
Bill.
need to meet a
murder
woman.
mystery game
Yeah.
by my sister, I believe. No, it was my daughter bought it for her. And what you do is everybody gets an invitation. It tells you your character, the things you're supposed to make sure you say during it. And you have specific items you have to be wearing because they have something to do with the murder mystery.
You know what sounds cooler than that?
Anything.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Everything in the world. Going
So-
to the DMV.
I'm going to see whether or not, hopefully now a
Twice.
picture of me will pop up on the screen. I have a pencil mustache
Very nice.
because after a day of drinking at the lake, because we did this while we were up at the lake for 4th of July, I was like, you know what? I'm going to shave the whole thing into a pencil mustache.
Okay.
Because-
Why are you saying it like that?
What? Like what?
Mustache. You're putting the wrong syllable on the
How do-
wrong accent.
Mustache?
Yeah,
That's
thank
better.
you.
I like mustache. I do.
I think you're stupid.
I think you are douche.
Anyway, so I get this thing, and and again, hopefully it's up on the screen. I was a mobster. I was supposed to be a mafia don. So of course, I have a pinstripe suit. I went and found
Right,
the
you're
pinstripe
Italian.
suit. I'm Italian. I had to have a rose in my lapel.
White Sox
I
jersey?
had to have the pencil mustache. I had to slick my hair straight back.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of oil in my hair.
Like real oil?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
My
Like
daughter, I was like,
canola,
how do I slick
olive?
this back? And she's like, I have this oil that is for your hands. And I was like, just give me it. And I oiled my hair.
Pomade?
NW30.
Oiled my hair.
It's working.
And the best part was, I come walking in. Now, here's the funny thing. The funniest thing is, here I am. I'm like, I look like a Goomba. Like, I look ridiculous, right? I come walking in, and right away,
There's no party.
No. Right away, my dad stops everything. Oh my goodness, you're the spitting image of my cousin Tom.
Of course you are.
Right away.
Yeah.
He goes, you look just like him. I was like, I don't know if he wants to hear that because I feel
Right.
like I look ridiculous.
Like, Tom spends a lot of money on oil.
He's Italian.
Right.
And that's how he dresses. He's got the
boy.
pencil.
Wow.
He's got all of it. So when it was over,
We have a picture of Tom.
and I
too?
woke up the next morning, the mustache was pretty creepy.
Your pillow was
It was
stained.
creepy the night
It was
before.
creepy.
You just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't care the
realize
night
it,
before.
so-
It was creepy. So then I
You
shaved
weren't-
it,
yeah.
and then I came out of the bathroom, and my 9-year-old saw me for the first time and cried because he had never seen me without facial hair.
Oh.
And I've had a hard time looking at it for the last couple
He's
days.
had, goatee.
Yeah, I've always had something on my face
a long
ever since
time.
him. Yeah, yeah. In fact, there's a picture when he's a baby. I think it's the last time I was clean shaven. I used to always stay clean shaven. I used to
Yeah,
never have
yeah.
any facial hair. And then when I went to working midnights at Cook County 911 dispatch, I started growing facial hair, mainly because I was exhausted and I liked being a bum.
Yeah.
And I could get away with it because it was like the general orders allowed for facial hair as long as I wasn't being seen by anybody. So when I was on midnights, I could grow a beard. So I was like, phew, I get to do something cool like nobody else can. So I was like,
Beards are gross. I'm sorry to anyone with
you don't
beards.
like them, huh?
I think they're gross. I think they're dirty. I'm talking right to the mic.
He's looking right at Mike. He's looking right at Mike.
I think
Your face is
I think
disgusting,
they collect
Mike.
food and dirt and.
You know, you wash your beard every day too.
It's hair is supposed to collect. I mean, that's the natural thing of hair. It's supposed to collect like all the dirt and stuff to keep, eyelashes, keep it out of your eye and stuff like that. So it's just unnecessary that it's just collecting all this disgusting stuff. But it looks great on you.
I don't think Bill can.
So here's the thing. So right now,
looks great on you.
I got a little bit of stubble because I have not decided what I want.
It's a personal choice. I don't like them. That's all.
Well, here's the thing. Like it's hard to look at my
Mom
face without
likes
it
it.
after all those years. You know what I mean? I think when I look at it, I go, it looks weird now because I got used to how it looked without it.
Sure.
Like my sister and my mother are like, keep it off. You look younger. And then like my daughter looked at me and she was like, I don't know. Are other people going to like it when it's clean shaven? Like, it's funny. Everybody has an opinion.
Other people?
Everybody has an opinion about it, which makes you completely self-conscious. Now I don't know what to do. Because when I shaved
We know Bill's opinion.
when I
so-
shaved my face off, it gave permission to everybody that hated my facial hair to tell me they hated it. And then the people that like it off,
Oh, you should grow
or like
back.
the people who like my facial hair
Grow
are now
your
telling me I
back.
look stupid this way. So there's no choice at this point without knowing specifically which people think I look stupid going forward.
Right.
So you think I look stupid if I grow a beard?
Not stupid. I just think they're dirty. I don't think you look stupid. You always look stupid.
Yeah, it's really not the beard, Chris. That's what I was going to say. You look stupid either
You're
way.
concentrating on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate you so much. You're the worst. If you like hot sauce, and I like hot sauce, the only hot sauce that we have here at the 9 Foot Homemade Oak Bar is sidsauce.net. Go to sidsauce.net and get yourself some hot sauce. They're right here on the south side. They grow the peppers in backyards around the south side. They develop the sauces right here on the south side. Many of you get the sauce delivered to your door for free. And again, it's the only hot sauce we have here at the 9 Foot Homemade Oak Bar where Southside Pod is filmed and recorded. Check them out again at sidsauce.net. So I learned about a new dating app
There's more. How many?
this week. I did.
Is
As
this?
Bill
Did you
moves
actually
around
try
amongst
this
the
one?
cameras. Yeah. No, this one is free.
Oh, so
Okay.
you tried it.
It's free. No, this one's interesting. So the way I found out about it was my sister's telling a story up at the lake cottage, my folks' lake.
She's on the
in
dating app too?
Rochester, Indiana, beautiful Lake Manitou, where we've been for over 3 decades. And we're very fortunate that Dad was able, and Mom, they were able to find like a plot of land for like 17 grand that like just on a lake that hadn't become very populated, that now is like ridiculously hard to get into, and we could never afford to be at this place. We just got in at the right time. So we're very fortunate that we have this place that we go to. So we're sitting up there and she tells me that an old friend of mine reached out to her and asked her to put a good word in with her friend on Facebook because he had found her on Facebook dating.
Facebook dating.
Facebook dating.
I thought that was just called Facebook.
They have a separate app for dating now.
They have a separate app for dating. So like just like you have groups and
Mike,
you
are
have
you Facebook friends with any of your ex-girlfriends?
Are you?
I think just one.
So here's how this works. Nobody you're friends with will pop up as an option in Facebook dating.
I don't get it.
So nobody
It's
you're
nobody you
friends
already know
with
then. Yeah.
that
Oh,
you're friends
okay.
with, do you pop up with? But it has all the same little things on there, like how far away do you want to be? You know, like all this other stuff. Like what do you
600
like
feet.
smoking? Do you
So
like
wait,
drinking?
this sounds like nefarious and like hidden, like Ashley Madison type stuff.
Well, no, and how this
if
works
no
is
one you know is going to pop up.
nobody you know is going to pop up, but their friends will. So he saw I think the girl's a teacher, that because my sister's a teacher and is friends with her, she popped up as single. He said, like, he's trying to get a match with her on the thing. He reaches out to my sister and says, can you put in a good word for me? We're all of a sudden involving our Facebook friends to help us hook up.
Wow.
That's how this
that's
app
more
works.
like real life.
That's how this
I
app
agree.
works.
That's a little more than just a random.
But here's the funny thing. Then my sister goes, she's married. And he goes, she's on the app. And
dun, dun,
so
dun.
then my sister goes, this is how I find out she's getting a divorce, because I had to send her a message like, everything okay over there?
You did not. You said that?
That's what my
And she
sister
said, nope.
I'm just paraphrasing at this point.
Oh.
The story that was told
so
to
much
me.
better if that was the real.
Nope.
That was a quote.
Nothing's okay over here. Nope.
Would like to see that text string?
Nope.
So then she puts in a good word and goes, well, he's a nice guy, blah, blah, blah,
Clean
blah, blah.
shaven.
And
Yep.
yeah,
No
he's clean
facial
shaven.
hair.
Yeah. He's got no hair.
No
from top to
ex-wives.
bottom.
Zero body hair.
Zero body hair.
He looks like powder.
He kind of does look
terrible
like powder.
reference.
Kind of does look like powder. But that's what she goes and she does. And then she's telling me this whole story. So I was like, well, I got to check this out. And it is hysterical because as you're matching or looking at people, it'll pop up friends with this person or friends with these three people. And then you're sitting there thinking to yourself, what do they think of me? Would they recommend me? Like, I think it's hysterical
Yeah, right.
as you're doing it. Like, I mean, again, in the end, at its core, it's as bad as every other dating app. It's everything that I said about the other ones without the money. It's basically, there's no
You're
money.
saving
involved in
$100
it.
at least.
You're saving the money. So so all I did was I put the bio up, clicked through a little bit, and then I just kind of left it. But I thought it was just, it's the craziest thing. I
How
did
long
not
has it been
know,
marinating?
I did not know that this was something you could do through Facebook. So you have this, and you wouldn't even know if somebody didn't tell you. And you go in there and you set up a thing, and it'll grab your pictures that you want to show on your profile, but it doesn't let them access your profile. Although, let's be honest, it's
They can
funny.
just find you, yeah.
I just found there was this one girl, and I was like, she was only showing headshots,
Yeah.
and I was like,
That's
okay,
a sign, buddy.
headshots is a
When
sign.
you only see shoulders up, there's a sign.
and I wanted.
What are you
to know.
saying?
I wanted to
If
know
you don't see their arms,
everything.
and that their arms are not in proportion
She
to
made up
their
her wrong with her
heads, there's a
wouldn't date a
reason they're
girl
not
with no
showing.
arms?
That's the reason they're not showing the rest of the
Right,
body.
like the very top part, everything is just normal,
don't
and the
know.
bottom part is like a Buick. Like it's probably something along
Here we
those
go.
lines.
I would have said pear-shaped, but we'll go with Buick.
Okay, but anyway, I was curious.
Love is
so,
love.
So here's what I did. Here's what I looked at. Here's what I did. I was like, okay, friends with this person, and the first name I can see, and the headshot. And so I immediately
can find
leave
that,
the dating thing,
Go to that
my
friend,
page,
go to their
punch in the
friends.
first name. There were 7 people with that first name. I looked through real quick. I'm like, that's the girl.
Right.
And I was
You
able to
don't
see
have to be
pictures. And to be
Columbo
honest
to
with
figure that
you,
one out.
and to be honest with you, did not have a Buick. I did hit the little like button.
Nice.
Okay. I went back and did just, I don't know, maybe she's self-conscious. I thought she was very pretty. But I mean, like but that's,
Chris also
you can
only
see how it can
has
get very
headshots in
weird
his
very
profile,
quick.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I just take a picture of my forehead,
Right.
a shoulder maybe.
Your whole face is a Buick.
I got a kitty cat filter on my face.
Nice.
I'm not a
I
cat.
assure you.
It's the Southside! It's the Southside! It's Southside Pod! Thanks for listening! Thanks for tuning in to the Southside Pod! Y'all come back now, you hear?